come to the CD and the dollar, I want to give a typical example. What they call it in technical language, the PPP approach, purchasing power parity approach. If you look at Ghana and our trading partners, if our inflation is around 9-point-something%, and that of our trading partners' inflation is around 2%, by simple definition, your currency will depreciate by the difference between the two inflation. So just by that simple definition alone, you are looking at a 7% depreciation every year. So if you think that you want to look at the role of macroeconomic stability, by working to reduce inflation, you're actually working to stabilize the depreciation, and you are working to reduce the extent of depreciation that your currency will face. Whilst on the structural side, the businesses are growing, we are planting more, we are consuming made in Ghana goods. That will help on the structural side. But on the monetary side, there is a strong role for macroeconomic stability, and that's what we are beginning to see. Just in 2017, the currency depreciated by about 4.8%. That was because of the macroeconomic stability we saw in 2017. In 2018, we had external shocks that hit that had nothing to do with Ghana. That hit and that caused some disruption in the process, and the currency depreciated by about 8%. So actually, when we continue to work on inflation and continue to build reserves, it helps us to stabilize the currency, and it helps us to reduce the extent of depreciation that we have. So I think that's the role of macroeconomic stability, and that is the reason why we cannot compromise macroeconomic stability if we want to move from stability to growth. But having said that, maybe I'll touch on quickly on the demographics. There is a demographic dividend. There is a work that has been done by the IMF. By 2050, Africa will be the net supplier of labor to the rest of the world. So what we have to do now is to be able to introduce investments now that will prepare them with skills to turn this demographic dividend into something positive. Skills that will help the labor force in Africa, and for that matter Ghana, to integrate in the global value chain and integrate at a level where we can make an impact. And so for me, I see that as a big opportunity for Ghana, and for that matter Africa, where we have to channel our investments to prepare this labor force to be able to integrate into that global value chain that is ahead of us, so that Africa will have its place in that global value chain.